1 Corinthians chapter 9, verse 24, it says, do you not know that those who run in a race all run? Those who run in the race, they all run. Everybody starts off the same. We're all running. It says, but one receives the prize. Run in such a way that you may obtain it. There's only one runner. One receives the prize. Everybody starts off and runs that race, but there is only one that wins. In another version it says, run to win.
Come on, preach it.
Run to win. This race that we're on, this fight that we're in, that we fight to win and we run to win. Amen? It says, and everyone who competes for the prize is temperate in all things. These things are temporary. The prize that some people are running for, they're temporary. I got medals from when I ran back in middle school, and those medals are tarnished. The ribbons look all torn up. It's like those are all temporary. They do not last. They wither away. Amen? It says, now they do it to obtain perishable crown. They do it for a perishable crown. But we do it for an imperishable crown. The prize is Him. He is the prize. We're not doing it for just a medal or a trophy or a ribbon or a crown. We're doing it for an imperishable crown. Amen? It says, therefore I run thus, not with uncertainty. I don't run this race with uncertainty. I know this race that I'm in is a race of my life. I'm not just running this with uncertainty. This is a fight for my life. I'm trying to finish strong. This race is not with uncertainty. I am certain about this race. I am certain that I'm going to finish strong. I am certain that I'm running to win. Amen? Thus I fight, not as one who beats the air. We're not just throwing punches. We're not just doing windmills around here. All this stuff is for naught. We're not doing that. It says, but I discipline my body. You want to finish strong? You're going to have to discipline your body. You want to finish strong? You're going to have to discipline your mind. You want to finish strong? You're going to have to get this flesh in check. You want to finish strong? It says, but I discipline my body and bring it into subjection, lest when I preach it to others, I myself should not become disqualified. When I go tell everybody else, when I preach this word, I can't tell you what to do and then disqualify myself. We got to discipline these bodies. It's like we want to, and sometimes sometimes we're holding our own self back from the things that God has from us because we have not disciplined our bodies. We have not put our flesh into check because we have not died to the flesh daily. Sometimes we're our own hindrance. We're in our own way. It's not God. God is not in the way. We are in our own way. You can't, if you think about an athlete, these athletes, they train day and night, day and night, day and night. When everybody else is out having fun, when everybody else is doing whatever, these star athletes, they're training. They know what it takes to be an athlete. They know what it takes to be a winner. They know what it takes to finish strong. That means they can't always do what everybody else do. They can't always go where everybody else goes. They can't put in their body what everybody else puts in their body. It says that I discipline my body. We don't always want to discipline our body. We think that we're entitled to do whatever we want with these bodies. These bodies don't even belong to us. They belong to Him. And yet we do whatever, and we go wherever. We do what we want with these bodies. We expose our eyes to things that we should not expose them to. We listen to things that we should not listen to. We put things in our bodies that we should not. And then yet we wonder why we can't finish the race. We wonder why in the middle of the race you get a little bit sluggish and you can't focus up because you've been up all night on your phone, because you've been watching things that you shouldn't have been watching, because you've been going places that you shouldn't have been going, because you've been eating things and putting things in your body that you should not. And you wonder why you can't finish strong. I discipline my body. I can't discipline my daughter's body. I can tell her what to do, but she has to discipline her own body. I can educate her and tell her this is what a runner does. This is how a runner eats. This is where a runner goes. But she has to discipline her own body. I always tell her when she's running, after your race, go sit down. Go rest your body. Everybody else want to be running around the field and having a good time and TikTok and dancing and all that. Go sit down. Go rest your body. You can't do what everybody else do. Everybody else might not have the same dream, might not have the same vision, might not have the same call on their life. You can't do what everybody else do. You got to discipline your body. You got to deny your flesh. When that flesh tries to rise up, you got to cast that thing down. You got to die to the flesh daily. I'm talking about not just one day. We think we denied the flesh one day and we did something like, I denied them on Monday, so that should take me through all the way through Sunday. No, it says that you die to the flesh daily. That means every day I wake up, I die to the flesh. Check. Because if you don't, that flesh will rise up every morning, waiting on you to wake up. What we going to do today? What's our agenda today? Where we going to go today? What kind of corruption can we do today? What kind of sin can we get in today? That flesh will rise up. But you got to die to the flesh daily. If you're wondering why maybe you have not finished strong, if you're wondering why this thing is not, maybe you need to examine yourself. Maybe you need to really examine yourself and say, what is in the way of me finishing strong? Because we know it's not God. He's not in the way of us finishing strong. He wants us to finish strong. He already said that He wants us to finish strong. He wants us to finish what we started. So it's not Him. We're in the way. Our own desires, our own will, that's what's in the way. When you die to that, you give God room. When you die to your flesh, when you die to your own desires, when you die to your will, when you say, God, I fully give you everything. I give you everything. I fully surrender. I fully surrender because I do want to run this race to win. I do want to finish what I started. I do want to finish strong. If there's anybody that's ever lost a race, you're down on yourself. You beat yourself up because you're just like, dang, I lost. I should have won. But when you really think about it, there's maybe some issues. There's some factors that come into play. The reason why maybe you did not win this time. Maybe somebody fought a little bit harder. Maybe somebody put a little bit more in. Maybe they did a little bit more than you did this time. Maybe they wanted it more than you. We got to finish this year. We got to finish it. We got to finish it this year. I mean, this year is so pivotal. God is really going to do some things in this year if we just follow the instructions. We're talking about the advancement and the expansion, but how can you advance? How do you expand if you don't finish what you started? How does God take you into a new season if you're in that old season that you're in, that you still have things that are undone? It's good. We love the advancement. We love the expansion. But God is saying there's still some things that you have to do before that happens. There's still some things that need to be taken care of. There's still some things, incomplete things that have to be done before the advancement and this expansion. And when I tell you I've seen it already, that word was spoken in the beginning of the year, and I see God advancing. I see God expanding, but we have some unfinished business that we have to take care of. There's some things in 2024 that you said, I choose to leave back there. And maybe you should, but maybe there's some things in 2024 that you did not complete. And just because we're in 2025, that doesn't mean those things in 2024 are still not completed. That doesn't mean since we've been coming to a new year that you forget about what you said you was going to do, that you forget about those promises. God, I promise that I'm going to do this. God, I promise that if you get me out of this situation, then I'm going to do it better. God, I promise you that thing that you asked me for, God, I'm going to give it to you. You think because 2024 has been closed out, that means that you don't have to complete it. God is saying, go back. Go back to that thing that you did not complete. Go back to that task that you did not finish. Go back to that unfinished business. Nobody wants to go back to it, but God is saying, I can't advance you. I can't get you to the next place that I'm trying to get you to. God said, I need you to go back. Nobody wants to go back. God, why do I have to go back? I thought that was over. God, why do I have to go back to that? God said, because you didn't deal with it. God said, because you did not finish it. So I need you to go back. Nobody wants to hear that. I didn't want to hear it either. There's some things that you don't have to go back to. There's some things you're going to have to address. There's some things you're going to have to say. And you might not want to say it. You might just want to block the person. I'll just block you. I don't have to talk to you no more. I just block you. And God said, no, you're going to have to talk to the person. You're going to have to finish what you started. You wanted to start it. Everybody gets excited about a start. Everybody is very excited when it's time to start something. Anybody want to go something? Yeah, I want to go. I'll start. But not everybody wants to finish it. We're not just going to be starters in this season. We're going to be finishers in this season. We're not just going to be people that say they're going to do something. We're going to be people that do what they say they're going to do. We're going to finish strong in this season. Amen? Because we know that that is the very thing that might be holding us up from that next blessing, that next breakthrough, that next victory. Not finishing it. Everybody wants to finish. Everybody wants to start, but not everybody wants to finish. And I can't really say that because everybody does want to finish. Nobody really intends to start something and not finish it. It's just that life be lifing. And so it's like I'll start it. And then I think I have enough time, so I'll get back to that later. And then 2 years later, you still haven't finished that task. It might be a simple task, it might be a lengthy task, but there's still very many things that we have started and we have not finished. That's not going to be my story this year.
Amen.
That's not going to be my story this year. I'm going to finish strong. Amen. Amen. Let's go to 2 Corinthians.